So what would Qigong be without the gong? It never stops. So, okay, welcome everybody. My name's Stephen, and I've been involved with the Madison Taiji Center for 32 years now, and it hosts Taiji classes, Qigong, and uh, many other different groups use the space. So by coming here, you're supporting this space, this community space. So thank you for that. Okay, so this particular course is 8 weeks, takes us through May, and it's going to explore the three facets of these energy practices. So they're all under the umbrella of Qigong, which means something like energy cultivation, cultivation of life force energy. And it has many different manifestations. And three of them are Qigong, which for us, we're going to do the first 3 weeks, first three classes will be Qigong, which has to do with sensing and cultivating and moving qi in and around the body. The second three classes are going to be Neigong, which is particularly focused internally. And classically, this is what gives rise to Chinese medicine, acupuncture, acupressure, various energy modalities, and so on, is the internal Qigong, Neigong. And then the last two classes will be Shengong, which is spiritual Qigong. Okay. And they're all the same. They all interweave and overlap. And so don't worry about whether this is Qigong or Neigong or Shengong, but they are taught in these different ways and for different within different intentions. So that's how this one will go. This is not a Qigong and Dharma course, so I won't be using much Buddhist language or Dharma language. This is pretty much Taoist. It's what we're gonna be doing. Don't do any posture or movement that hurts you. If it hurts you a teeny bit, that's okay. But if it hurts, don't do it. Okay. Adjust what we're doing so that it doesn't hurt. So that might mean sitting down, it might mean laying down, whatever you need to do. Okay. Don't cause yourself pain. I think it's a truism that Qigong, if you boil it down, is fundamentally about feeling good. And just to illustrate, when I was about 7 years old, I was sure that I knew what I was going to do when I grew up to be a man. And that was, I was going to buy all the candy in the world and eat it. That was pretty much my plan. And life is cruel, you know. And by the time I had money and was a man, I didn't really want the candy anymore because my sense of what felt good had evolved, right? So feeling good has many, many different levels. And we're going into some of the deepest levels of feeling good, so to speak. Okay, just in a simple explanation. So if it doesn't feel good, adjust. Okay. One other thing before we begin is I want to mention visualization. Okay, that is imagination, which is a big part of classic energy practice. Okay, but there's about 20% of the population that doesn't do that. They just imagination is just not big for them. Okay. And so that, when you say envision this or that, they just don't. And that's fine. That's just the way the mind is. Okay. Whenever I say visualize or imagine or remember or something like that, I always say feel. So I'll say feel and imagine. Okay. And the feel is the most important part. Okay. The visualization is just a way to get to the feeling. Okay. So if you're great at visualizing, that's fine. And don't get hung up in it. Also be aware of the feeling. And if you're not naturally good at visualizing, it doesn't matter. Just go right to the feeling. Okay. Is that clear? Okay. Feeling is the most basic of the six senses. It's the first sense that evolved in life is feeling. So feeling is very, very deep. Seeing is the most recent sense that evolved. So it's that far removed from the original consciousness. Okay. So when we go into feeling, we can sense the chi. And then the actual experience is beneath that. But it's visualization is just a way to help us get there. Okay. All right. Um, we're going to begin in a very classic and traditional way by bowing to the seven directions. And there are different numbers of directions in different traditions, but the seven directions are north, south, east, west, up, down. That's six. And the seventh is within. Okay. So, Doug, help me out. Which way am I facing? West?
That is south.
So west. Okay. So this is to orient ourselves to the space. Okay. And we do it with the breath. So just be aware of your breath as we go through this. So I'm going to turn the same way you're turning, and we'll start by bowing to the east. Okay. Okay. So with an in breath, dip the knees, breathe in, and let the hands come up into prayer position. You can put your hands touching each other or a little bit apart. Okay. And with an out breath, we'll bow to the east. Your next out breath. And in breath, come up. Okay, good. And then we're going to turn to the right. Okay. In breath. With an out breath, we'll bow to the south. Very good. Turn to the right again. Same thing. With the out breath, we'll bow to the west. And turning to the east. Or let me see. North, south. Turning to the north. So bowing. North. Good. And then back to the east. and then above. So we're going to go up. So first we go down, dip the knees, send your hands up, 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 stretch, look up, extend, imagine extending your arms up into the universe. Okay. And now coming around. And we're going to bend the knees, bend at the waist, and touch the earth. And then in breath. And then one hand opposite the heart, the other opposite the belly. Now, in this posture, we're in tune with the breath. Our palms are sensing the movement of the belly and the chest. So with the in-breath, the palms will move away just slightly, and the out-breath, they'll return just slightly. Okay, very good. And when you're ready, you just drop into the standing meditation posture. So the way this looks is more or less the palms are pretty much facing each other. The elbows slightly bent, wrist is just slightly bent. We're flexed a little bit in the gua. And now with our attention, we want to focus on being simultaneously upright and alert and relaxed. So with the in-breath, this is a rising energy. With the in-breath, we rise up a little bit, straighten up. Out-breath, we relax. So you may want to tuck your chin in a little bit, maybe pull your shoulders back just a little bit until you can feel when the crown of your head is aligned with uh, with the center of your chest and with the center of your belly, and that there's a straight line, so to speak, from the center of the earth right up through the whole body, out the top of the head, up into the universe. And the body is aligned with this vertical axis. And as we stand, we're not made of stone. So you can adjust and feel free to move a little bit. It's a dynamic pose. And the thing here is to feel it sort of just drops in when we're vertically aligned and relaxed. There's just a sense of dropping in. Okay. And so the yin and yang, this is a posture, so it's still. And within the posture, within the stillness, there's movement, which is the breath. And within the movement, there's stillness, which is this uh, vertical alignment, which remains. And within the stillness of the alignment, there's the movement of the life force energy. And the ancients said that there were three worlds. There was Earth, and there was the cosmos, and there was human. And that there's this constant interchange of chi between the Earth and the cosmos and the Earth, that flows through the connection, which is the human. So in order to be one with this, we can imagine extending down into the earth. Maybe your feet go down, way down, or maybe just with the out breath, drop your attention down into the ground. And then with the in breath, imagining moving up out the crown of the head and being one with the stars. So at the same time, there's this sense of being in the stars. There's also this sense of being deep in the ground. So this is the dynamic. It's like two poles of a battery. So when we're standing in this meditation posture, we're not only aligning and balancing the body, we're actually aligning and balancing the whole world. It's coming into balance through each of us. And finally, just notice sensations, particularly the tingling in the body, maybe the hands, and the warmth of the body. Okay, very good. Okay, let's go ahead and break your stance and just get loose. These poses are very useful, but we can get stiff if we maintain these poses too long. So let's just beginning with the head and neck. Just roll the head around. Okay, very good. And then moving down to the shoulders, just making circles with the shoulders. We're only moving the shoulders. The arms are just heavy. And just roll the shoulders, increasingly bigger circles. We have a sense of opening the back and opening the chest. And then the other way. Okay, very good. And opening the stance a little bit. And if you want this to be more aerobic or more muscular, you can do like martial arts horse stance. If you know that, you can really sit down here if you want to, or you can just stand straight up, whatever. If you're going to sink, spread your feet. But if you're not, then it's fine to do like this. Okay. Now, the fingers and the eyes direct the attention, and the attention is sort of the essence of the chi. It's very similar. So typically whatever we're pointing to, our attention goes there. That's just how we're programmed. And whatever we look at, our attention goes there. Okay. So in this movement, we're going to point toward the heart area, and that directs our attention into the middle dantian, into the heart, by pointing at it. Okay. And now with the breath, now our attention's very big. It's all around. Okay. And then so move with your breath. Very good. And one way this is taught is a consciousness or attention is light. So we can imagine, if it's useful, light coming through the fingers and lighting up the chest, the body. And then as we open up, light radiates out in all directions, if that's useful for you. The main thing, though, is the feeling of it. And this is called whole body breathing. When we're open, we're looking up. When we're closed, we're focusing inward and down. The eyes and the fingertips are directing our attention. And you can breathe either way with this. And there's a very useful movement for Qigong, and that's when you're completely open. Smile just a little bit. And this is the little smile of the Mona Lisa or of the Buddha. It just says that just in this moment, everything's okay. We know everything's not okay, but in this moment, just in this moment, you're okay. And this right here is a whole practice. You could do this for as long as you want because all the elements are here. So this closed in, this is yin. It's open, this is yang. We're connecting heaven and earth with the posture. We're connecting inside and outside with the gesture, and the body and mind and breath are all in harmony. Yeah, let's do two more. Okay, very good. Okay, next one is balancing. So this is from Trisha Yu. And this she called this playing the piano because she played the piano. So in this posture, we'll notice that we're 50-50 on our feet. And just sink the knee on one side and sink down and move the weight 60-40, 70-30, 80-20. Sink the weight onto one foot until you've got it all on that foot and then lift up the other heel. You can keep the toe on the ground if you want. And now recreate in your body and mind that vertical line. It goes right through the foot now. So still aligned. We're not leaning over like that. We're still straight up and down, but all our weight's on one foot. And if you want to, you can lift the other foot, but that's optional. And then now we'll shift now to the center, 50-50, and then the other side. Keep your eyes open. Sink down if you want. If you do this once a week for just a few minutes, your balance will benefit a lot. And that could save you from a fall, some kind of injury or accident. Good. All right. And finally, let's do the hip loosening. So if you want, as an aid, you can place one hand under your navel and the other behind it and just rock your pelvis. Just use your hands and rock it. Okay, it's rocking back and forth on the tops of the femurs. If you don't need your hand, that's fine, but it's a good way to do it. If you have a little bit of pain in your lower back when you do this, that's okay. If it's just a little bit. So if you do this even once a week, it can really save your lower back. It did for me. Okay. And then the other one is to make circles with your hips. Just to keep the hips flexible. Okay, very good, very good. So let's just drop into the standing. I don't know the name of this posture. Ken Cohen calls this standing number one. There are 5 standing postures, and this is number one. So maybe that's what that is. And then when we do this, we bring the body and mind together and recall and reestablish that verticality and connect with the breath. So there's body, breath, and mind. And this is just about balancing those three. Okay. So this first class is what Tricia, you called rooting or grounding. The second one is centering, and the third one is opening. So we'll do the morning Qigong, even though it's not morning. And this is a very, very old practice. Okay. So the first one, touch the thumbs and the first two fingers or first three, whatever you like, whatever's comfortable, and make this sort of heart or triangle. Okay. And then dipping the knees, in breath, out breath. And the name of this move is Earth's Fragrance Drifts Up. And this is a springtime movement, and it's spring. So this is the movement up from the earth of the plants, the sap, and the trees. Earth's fragrance drifts up. Now, as the hands are moving in front of the body, there is a corresponding sensation moving inside the body. So the hands are moving the attention inside the body from down in the earth and then up through the belly and the chest. Again, if you want more of a workout, spread your stance out and sit down. Okay, let's do a couple more. Very good. And touch into standing for a moment. Good. Next one, sunrise on the horizon. So you make the sun, but you don't touch this time. Good. This is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would classically, this would be an in breath, out breath. The eyes are following the hands. So we're reinforcing that verticality. And here we're indicating expanding in all directions, front, back, up, down, and back to the vertical. Okay, let's do two more. Good. And now we're going to go higher. So here we go. Palms face each other, forearms face each other. Watch the hands go up, 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 up. Stretch. Then turn the hands back to back and open. Good. So this is called parting the clouds. So stretch. Okay, imagine your hands are very, 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 very long. They go through the clouds and you turn them back to back. And when you open your hands, you're parting the clouds and the sun is shining down through the body, all the way down and into the ground. Hold your upright pose until you're ready and there's an out breath. And with the out breath, then you'll open, open, open. And then the light comes down into the forehead or the crown of the head, then down through the body, following the hands all the way down and into the ground. Okay. So feel and imagine that the light coming through and filling the body as the hands go down, the light fills the body and then down out the feet. So there's external movement, and then with the attention, there's internal movement. That's the Neigong. So the Qigong is this external, then this light comes down, and it's coming down now through the whole body. We sort of turn the eyes inward and direct it down through the whole body. So there's outer Qigong and there's inner Qigong. The movements, the posture, and then the attention. Okay, let's do one more. Okay. And just check in if you're a little bit stiff or just, just feel free to loosen up. Okay. And the next one is washing the body with rainbow dew. So rainbow in healing Qigong, rainbow indicates healing light because it's made up of all the colors of the various organs. And dew or freshness is sort of eternal youth or eternal spring. So, um, so it was start here, and we're going to turn to one side. And as we turn, that hand will comes up the middle of the body, over the top of the head, and then down. Okay, so let's do that again. So turn to one side, that hand comes up and around, and the second hand comes up to the heart and around. Okay, so do those together. So both hands come up, the lower one stops at the heart. Good. And then other side. Sort of smoothing out the body. So the upward is the in breath, the downward is the out breath. Or on each side. Good. And so the next one is flipping away the fog. And this is just getting rid of that which is not needed. So it's just, this is the gesture. It's just very simple. Um, if you've been exposed to toxicity, like if you watch TV news these days or whatever, you might want to do it like this. You adjust this movement to how much you need to get rid of. And you can just do this. And I just, it's like you get out of the shower and you kind of, do that. I find myself doing this frequently during the day. It's just a gesture of release. I'm letting this go. I don't need this. Okay. So in this set of movements, it's flipping away the fog. So it's just this, that's the movement. But I want you to know that there are all different levels of it for your own use. When you need it, do it. When you feel icky, when you've been exposed to toxicity in some way, release it. It's almost natural. It's like a dog shaking or something. It's just, I'm out of here. I don't want this anymore. So flipping away the fog. Okay, so all those movements are preparatory for probably the most fundamental teaching in Qigong, at least in my opinion. And it's called raising qi to the dantians. Okay. So the dantians are the energy centers in this classic system. The lower dantian is in the belly. If you put your thumbs in your navel and touch your index fingers, it's in the middle there. And it's in the middle of the body. It's an area. Okay. It's your gut. Okay. That's the lower dantian. The middle dantian is the heart, or the sternum, the center of the chest, the lungs. And the upper dantian is the center of the brain. Okay, and there are more, but the fundamental idea is that what the human being does or can do is it can raise the coarse, dense chi of the earth through the body and refine it. Okay. And so that's what these next moves are. We'll be gathering chi from the earth, which is elemental and dense and ancestral. Um, sort of, yeah. We're going to be gathering that and storing it in the belly. Okay, the translation of the Chinese is the field of elixir. So we're just storing this heavy, dense chi. And then once we've done that, we'll move it to the heart where it gets finer. And then we'll move it up. Okay. And the finest manifestation of the chi is wisdom and love. Okay. Basically, that's what humans can do. Alligators, not so much. Fish, not so much. But humans, yes, we're capable of refining this dense materiality into the finest qualities in the universe, which have to do with wisdom and love. Okay? So that's the essence. That's kind of what we're doing. Okay. So um, drop into your stance and be relaxed. And it's like we're going to pick up something like a watermelon or a beach ball or something, however you imagine it to be, and maybe something that's sort of liquidy. We're going to raise the chi of the earth, sort of the sap of the tree. We're going to raise that up and move it into the belly area. Okay. So this will begin with an out breath and just bend the knees, bend the back, reach down, gather this chi of the earth. And then the palms face the body and they're resting on the surface of this sort of sphere that's centered in the body. And we're filling the belly with light, with warm, loving light. This is our life force energy. Okay, good. We're going to do this 4 times, 3 more times. Okay. So out breath. Yeah. So, and really sort of get a sense of the fullness in this part of the body, in the middle of the body. And it's actually pulsating a little with the breath. And you can sense it with your fingertips and your palms. Very good. And then the last one. Okay, and just relax and let the hands move away a little bit with the in-breath. So there's this sort of pulsating, warm, loving light in the body. And how does that feel? Okay. This is also called embracing the womb. So if you have a womb in your body, you're embracing your connection to your mother, grandmothers, great grandmothers. If you don't have a womb, you're embracing your navel, which is your connection to your mother's womb, and embracing the chain of existence of lifetimes back into the past. Okay, very good. So now this earth chi is in the body. Now the next three movements, so dip the knees, in breath, raise up the hands. We're moving some of that into the heart area. And here it's more diffuse. It's mingling with the breath. It's lighter. And there's this indwelling, warm, loving light in the chest, in the heart, in the lungs. Very good. And then with the next out breath, we'll repeat that movement. So bringing some of this up, refining the chi. Very good. And last one. Good. And so there's this light in the belly and this light in the chest, and those are lined up vertically with the center, the light at the center of the earth. Okay, very good. Okay. And now dipping the knees, and we raise the hands up, palms facing the body. We're raising this light up through the neck and lighting up the brain, and then out the top of the head. And extending, looking up, 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 embracing this column of light from the universe, lighting up the head, the chest, the belly, the light in the center of the earth, aligned with the light of the stars. Just relax. Okay, very good. And let the hands slowly come down. Okay, and the next one is touching heaven, touching earth. So this is a dynamic of what we just did. So dipping the knees. So one hand goes up, the other goes down. Palms are facing each other. Okay, good. Stretch, extend. And one hand's pointing down into the earth, extend into the earth. Good. The other one, extend way, 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 way up. Connecting heaven and earth. Right? Next out breath. Come back. The middle dantian. And now left and right. Good. And back. And now switching hands. Now left and right means all around, front and back. Extend, 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 extend out, way, way, way out, all directions. And then bring it back. Because there are three positions. So 1, 2, 3. 4, but 3 different ones. Okay. And so as we do this, go ahead and hold any of those positions that you like. If your hands are separated, then extend, extend, extend. And if your hands are around the heart, then this is more of an internal. Notice the internal aspects of the breath, feeling the body. You can imagine the body full of light if you want to. This is a more internal posture. And then left and right. So this is all around. So you're describing a sphere around the body, particularly behind you. Get a sense of behind you. And extend with your fingertips, extend out, 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 very, very, very far. This is actually a posture. It's called standing in the cosmos. You imagine the body is very, very big and made of stars like a constellation. It's a very classic pose. And then whenever you're ready, then you can move. Very good. And then when you come to the heart one, then just hold there. Good. And now we'll finish with the flying cranes. So in breath. Yeah, let's just do a couple more. Very good. And just notice sensations in the body and notice the mood of the mind and notice the breath. And then finally, we'll finish with one hand in the middle dantian, the other at the lower. You can place your hands directly on your body if you want, or keep them a few inches in front, whatever feels better. And this classically, this is, if they're on your body, this is the going to sleep posture. When you lay down in bed at night, this unifies the lower and the middle dantian and unifies the breath and the mind. Okay, very good. Go ahead and break your stance. All right. And now the removing glasses movement. And let's clap our hands one time. Ready? Make heat. And placing the heels of your hands in your eye sockets, make circles. Be careful not to touch your eyeball. It's not good for it, but just massage the area around the eyes. And temples. Make circles on the temples. Upper jaw. And massage the scalp a little if you want. So this is that gesture of releasing. So just and finally, with loose fists, tap the kidneys. Shuni Lin bends over like this. And then using the backs of your hands, massage the kidneys. This is said to seal in the chi. So, hold on. Feels good. Okay. Thank you so much for your presence, for your practice. And thank you on Zoom. And great thanks to Doug Brown for making all this possible. And to our ancestor teacher, Tricia Yu. And to her ancestor teacher, Lope Zhong. Have a good night. Drive carefully.